Hiya. Hi, Eddie.
Hiya.
How you doing?
Hi, Sharon.
I'm so glad you're here.
You too.
So, everybody out there in Never Neverland, not here yet or hiding in the background, go ahead and pop in and say hello.
Uh-oh.
Um,
I
might
lose you.
have some late comers today, and summer has officially begun. So, um, yeah, I can't believe it's already actually almost July. What do you think about that? Is time speeding up, Eddie?
It's my birthday next Wednesday.
It is? Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I'm so excited for
Big
you.
the big 21. I can't wait to have my first drink.
Ah, oh, hey, Kylie. Hello,
Hi,
love.
Kylie.
Gosh, I'm missing your voice. I hope
There's a
you're
wee
doing
Scotland
well.
Kylie. I've been practicing and I just can't get the Scottish accent down. I really want to do it. I can't get
It's
it.
funny, I can do a lot of accents, but
There's been a
I
murder.
watch only European TV. Only European TV. And it is shocking that I don't speak with a British accent.
Honestly, that's all I watch.
Yeah,
I'm the
me
same way.
too. So I don't get
That's
it.
all I do.
Oh, Kylie said you did it well.
Yeah.
She's so encouraging. You're so encouraging.
And it's like I don't want to be offensive, but like I
Yeah.
love it. I love the
Yeah.
accent. And I watch this lady. She makes she cooks and something of like for tea or whatever. Anyway, but she's the most adorable accent, and she sounds like the sweetest person. Like I want to hug her and I want to like hang out and cook with her. Just like listen to her. It's the
I
best.
probably even know who it is if unless she's on YouTube.
No, yeah,
um,
she's on the YouTubes. Yeah,
I know who most of the, like, I don't know personally, but
yeah.
I because they recycle the same, like they have the same actors in, Ireland, Scotland, the UK. It's like there's only a couple production companies, as far as the major ones go. They use a lot of the same actors, and I recognize who's working for which company even sometimes, because I'll know that this program was also directed by this person, and they're in that company, and they use the same set of actors. So yeah, it's oh, what's her name?
I don't know. It's What's
Yes,
for
what's for
Tea. That's yeah.
Oh,
She calls her
okay.
husband Mr. What's for Tea.
Oh, um, so I'm gonna wait a few minutes to do these. Guess what we're doing today? We're gonna finish our jars. I guess I did put that in the title, didn't I?
Have you been
Um,
working on them?
oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh wow.
We are at the last bits, basically she's further along. Um, and I've got those little glass pieces, the little blue glass all the way around to frame her. You didn't think you were going to make it tonight. Oh, I'm glad you managed to come too.
Hi,
Hi,
Lucy.
Lucy. How are you? So I'm going to do, like, these are my favorite parts when I get to this spot and I'm giggling, and, I started giggling long ago though. The lid, I feel like it's done, but this is where I start adding, if it's going to be glitter or sand or little bits of maybe some jewels that aren't painted. It's kind of embossing powder. I've got some Color Flash embossing powder on here that I tried, and I was like, meh about it. Waxes, that's when those come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to add more pearl back into this because it was a lot of dry brushing. So uh, it's
Oh, and
got
look,
some of that stuff
the ridges
already.
on the side show up really well.
Oh, what's that?
The ridges on the side of the bottle
Oh, they
show up
do.
really well.
They do. That's a lot of pearl paint. And there's layers and layers and layers on here. Hi,
Hi,
Anne.
Anne. Hi.
So what I do want to, I have a goal for this jar now. This is a wish jar. And I cut this slot in here so it's like a coin slot.
Hi,
So it could
Zal.
be used as a bank. Hey, Zal. But I'm going to paint the word wishes on the back, and I've penciled it out. So that's something I want to work on. I've got my blue glass out. I've got my white sand for this one. We'll just see what I end up putting on it for finishing touches. Could decide on maybe another color flash or I don't know, something. And then this one is not so far along and still in like layer 2 and turned out really cool. But I do want to add some jewels to this one and, go in and I haven't decided if it is all bronze or if some of it's rusty. I kind of am feeling like some of it should be rusty. But
Awisha is in here. Do we know Awisha?
yes, I do. She lives here in town. We went to the crystal shop yesterday.
Nice to meet you, Awisha.
Hello. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. We had so much fun yesterday.
I'm kind of jelly.
You're what?
I'm a little jelly.
Oh, well, you just move here and you can just be a part of our woo-woo circle. How's that?
I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Get over to the West Coast.
Right. So we're going to work on this. We're going to do finishing touches on this. I really want to get them done today so I can get them down in the shop. I taped off the bottom of that one so that I can put a special message in it. This one is just going to get a note for them because it's going to be a wish jar, because mermaids would be on a wish jar. I feel like that's special like that. Always room for more. Oh, yes. Always room for more. Okay. We're going to read a couple oracle cards, but the first thing we're going to do today is put your feet flat on the ground. Do you have your feet flat on the ground, Eddie?
I do.
Okay. Good boy. And do a bit of a shoulder roll and make sure you're good and relaxed. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you. Okay. And now I decided I'm going to read from the Mystic Forest. And this is the one I accidentally ordered 3 times in the same time period. And they didn't come. And then I was like, did I order that? That kept happening. So I'm going to read out of this one. And I do have 2 of these down in the shop for sale. And then this one that I love so much. I took one of these down to the shop for sale, and I ended up pulling it off the shelf yesterday to do a reading at work, or was it day before yesterday? To do a reading at work. So that was really nice. And actually, it was just like perfect cards. Okay, and I also pulled a card from that set from the 90s that I have that isn't really an oracle deck, but it reads like an oracle deck, and it's like the art one. So I'm going to start with this, and it says, I open new doors to life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. I love that.
Nice.
I love that. Yeah, I love it. Okay, and let's pick some of these. These, of course, are for the collective and our highest and best good. And we have Mystic Forest first. So I'm just going to see what happens here. Whoa, that's the one. That's the one. That was quick, huh?
That's it.
That's it right there.
Jumped right out.
What's that?
Jumped right out at you.
Yeah, it did. It jumped right out. So, I better put that one away.
Hey, Becky.
Gosh, I love
Becky,
cards.
I just saw your message. Sorry, I had been doing all different stuff, and I haven't gotten to my messages yet. But I did see your message. Thank you.
Oh, that one doesn't want to go in. So, hey, Becky. Hello. All right. If I can get these back in the box, we're going to be good. Okay. lunchbox that I keep all of these in is getting full because I keep buying new ones for us. But I think it's fun to have all of them to choose from. Let's start with this one because it's on the top. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is just for me or for the rest of you, but I have a feeling it's for all of us here. Are you ready? I apologize to my body. I apologize to my body. And here's what we're supposed to think about. In my touch, that's a weird way to put that. Moments when I truly hear myself, when my voices feel real, and when I long to be heard. And the questions are, how do I feel when I create with my hands? Ooh. What do I express through touch when I do something with attention? It should be intention, shouldn't it be? With attention, or when I'm paying attention. What new skill or craft would I like to learn? This is definitely for this group, but what is this? I apologize to my body. I'm not, I truly hear myself. I guess it's saying, hey, follow your intuition and do the things that you want to do.
Listen to your body.
So that you feel whole. Yeah. How do I feel when I create with my hands? That's such a nice journal prompt, isn't it? And what new skill or craft do I like to learn? Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then this is the one that jumped right out at us right away. And it is embrace the unknown. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They all go together actually on this side. That always seems to happen, doesn't it? Embrace the unknown. The unknown is not a threat, but a gift. Each uncertain turning point holds hidden hope and unexpected beauty waiting for you to discover. And there, in case you want I don't know if you can read it, in case you want a screenshot. Can I get it up there to... It's blurry. I can't make it clear. I don't know how. All right. So they always do have synergy, don't they? Mediocre arts and crafts. Hello.
Hello, mediocre.
Tell us your first name.
I think I saw you at PM Artist Studio yesterday. Please.
Yeah, tell us your first name so that we know. Unless you want us to call you mediocre. That's a little weird, though. MAC. You can be mad.
We can call you just okay.
Yeah. Hi, Carla. Oh, hi, your body's Carla. Having another sneezing, weeping fit. Trying to tell it to hush. Well, I don't know what the cure is for that. Maybe an allergy pill? Is it an allergy pill? Or is your higher self trying to speak with you and making you sneeze until you listen? Well, stranger things, right? Stranger things. Okay, yes. I'm going to put these away. This one goes in here.
It's nice to meet you, Bug. Glad to have you here.
Your Bug. Hello, Bug. All right, so I'm going to put these away, and then we will get started. We really are at my most favorite parts of these kind of projects. And, those finishing touches that make me giggle. And really, where you're experimenting with the extra textures that are going to be on top. I think is really fun.
Hi, Mary Brown.
Hello, Mary.
Oh, well, Becky was very nice to her body today. She went to get her nails done, rainbow glitter for Pride, and then she sat in a massage chair for 30 minutes. Oh,
nice.
Fantastic.
Nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got this extra sheet of paper right here, and I've got our messy palette. The extra sheet is to catch sand. I do like to use different colors of sand, and when I see different colors of sand out in the wild, I always collect it. So I have some red up there. I have yellow. I have the iron sand that's magnetic that
Ooh.
I've made things with that like where it eats magnets and stuff. Um, and the white is from Tracy actually in Florida. So, and I think the white goes with this one, but
Wait, is it Tracy LeBouf?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought she was in Louisiana.
She has a place in Florida she likes to go. When she
Oh,
went, she
okay.
collected some sand and stuff for
Yeah.
me.
Her vibe is so awesome. Like the
Yeah, she's so
ocean themed,
sweet.
and yeah, she's very sweet.
We haven't seen her for a while. She's been busy though, and she
I keep
once in
in
a while
touch with
messages.
her on Messenger, and we chit chat back
Yeah,
and forth. And
yeah,
she sends me pictures and little videos of the wildlife around her and stuff. It's really cute.
yeah. She's spending time with her grandkids
Oh my
and got
God,
lots going
her
on.
grandkids are adorable. She loves them so much. Yeah.
So before we got started, I was when we first started, I was explaining that I actually put this blue glass, and I don't know where this came from. If you guys know what this is called, I would like it in a couple more colors, and I'm getting low. It's just this blue glass that's like large sand. Darn it, large sand. I end up picking every little piece off my desk. I don't know where it came from because I bought it with an embossing powder lot, like a used lot, and it came with that. So I'm not really sure if you know what it's called or where it's at. I would look it up. Let me know. So I can do that. I can do embossing powder, which is such a nice touch. And as you all know, I didn't know what embossing powder was for. It came in with some other stuff, right? And the first thing I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And because I'm not a paper crafter, that's not where my origin is. So I, card making, paper crafting, all that stuff. This was in there. And I was like, I think that's for paper crafting stuff. I wasn't sure, put it away. And then one day I was like, I want to play with this and see what it does. And I put out a puddle of glue and I poured this on it and heated it up. And it became this molten puddle of gold. And I was so excited. And Bill was in his drone room next to me. And I said, Bill, you've got to come see this. So we're all like, ooh, over this puddle of gold. And it was so funny. And then I started using it in mixed media right away. So
Nice.
it is such a nice thing to use. However, if you use any sort of silicone glue that moves when heated, you have to be really careful if you use it, on projects so you don't reactivate your glue. That's the only thing I find, sometimes hard because I don't want that to happen. But, I could do it. Also, wax.
Carla said early glitter or frit.
What is it?
Early glitter or frit. Huh.
Frit.
Frit. It refers to crushed or granulated glass or a pre-melted mixture of inorganic chemical substances used to create glass glazes and enamels.
I want to write it down.
This is why we love Carla, because she knows stuff.
Yes. Well, and Carla and I do a lot of the same kind of projects too. So she shares like she shared the information about the compound that you put together and, some other things. And I'm sure I've shared some with her that I didn't even know about on here. Right. Okay. So
hello,
why
Julie.
early? Hi, Julie. Early glitter or frit. Got it. So also this is where I start maybe adding wax, and I did put a little bit on because I worked on this one day by myself. I think what I want to do though is sand at this stage because I used the glass for a frame on her and I put a little bit on the top, and I think sand would be my next step, and perhaps even some of these. Let's see if I can find the right one. I keep them in tins.
I love your Sucrets tin.
Those were my grandma's. I've got another
Oh my
one too.
God, Sucrets. Well, here in the U.S., that we grew up with that in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, we did. So I've got pearls here. They're not very
Yeah.
small. I've got these ones too. Hold on just a moment. Reaching beside me. You guys know I love using this kind of stuff. That's not it. I know the color palette on the pirate bottle is going to be slightly different. So I won't be like doing this magical sort of color shifty thing or pearly thing. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to add a pearl. We'll see what I do when I get there. These are for fingernails, which are perfect for things like this. That one, I've got these ones. I love this color of the pearl right here. This kind of mocha color. It's so pretty. And then I've got these large ones. The way to do these. Oh gosh, where's the wax pen? There it is. Just got this. It's just wax, you know. These are they're pearls, like beads. There's one of those mocha. That's a whole one though.
Wait, I'm sorry. I missed something. What's the wax pencil for?
Oh, to pick up the smaller, you use it to pick up, but these ones are too heavy for it. But these, you put your glue on it and then you can pick it up, and the glue is stronger than, if your glue is stronger than the wax pencil, it'll release it. So that's just how that works.
Look at me learning stuff.
You look at you. Yeah. So if I'm going to put the jewels on, I think I should do that first and then the sand. So the sand gets down in between all the little edges, and let's see if I can see any place I'd like to add some pearls that don't have anything on them, Oh, first of all, I do know I need to do this. So I had gone and done some dry brushing. This got some lace on it, some color flash embossing powder that I was just experimenting with. I do like this embossing powder. It's a seafoam color. I don't know if you guys can see that.
That's pretty.
I'm going to put some felt in the lid, cut a little slot. I just used a screwdriver to do this and a hammer, and like went back and forth. And then I went in with my pliers and flattened it out. But I want to put some pearl paint back onto here, or this. Let's see if this covers it. This is the Nouveau Mousse, and I had sprayed water in it because it is drying out on me. So
there's a mousse loose about this goose.
Yeah, I need to mix it, but I should have done it before we started. So yeah, I'm going to use paint. It's just not going to show up for me the way I want it to right now. I don't have the patience to mix it. So there. All right. So I've got pearl paint that should have some coverage. Where's it at? I know it's right in front of me. Right here. It's the Got a Deal. So, and this is off of Amazon. So we know this has good coverage. This kind of paint always does. Let me put that back. I have some other colors of embossing powder I could actually use. I need to move this because I don't really want it on there.
Oh, interesting. So Carla says what she meant by early glitter was the Germans first supposedly used ground glass to add glitter.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
And you know the Germans do Christmas really well. So
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm going to get a soft... Well, no, I don't really need to do that. It's not, I just need to cover it because it's not in little spaces or anything. I'm just, I got to have it on my hands. It's not a day unless I have it on my hands. So I didn't have fun unless my hands got dirty. You guys know.
Oh yeah. On my last live stream, it ended and my fingers were so crusted with paint.
Yep. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. I don't like when I get the trifecta of, and sometimes it's more than 3 of paint and then glue on top and then embossing powder or sand or whatever I'm using.
Okay, wait. I gotta stop and de-gunge myself.
Well, we don't have a bathroom upstairs, so I have to wait to wash my hands to go downstairs, and that's when I'll sometimes reach for the baby wipe, but sometimes I just deal with it and use a different finger.
Yeah. There you go. You got 10.
I mean, what are you going to do? So, and then while I've got this poured out, I'm going to see if there's anything else I want to push some color back in and put some more pearl back on it. I thought about, the Tim Holtz embossing powder that's clear.
Yes.
Thought about, I should have put that here. I may do a bit of sanding on here and do that because it'll be permanent. I mean, it's clear and I have turquoise. It makes it look like turquoise glass. That's what it would do. So let's see. Oh, and I need to paint wishes on the back still. I have it penciled out, ready to go.
Yeah, Martha should put her name on anything.
What's that?
Martha Stewart. Carla says, piles of ground glass. When I worked at the, when I first moved to Boston, I took a part-time job as a wedding, like bridal registry consultant at Macy's. And so I got to deal with all the bridezillas and all that, but it was fun because I was in the home department, so I could, I love all that stuff. And we had like, oh my God, so much Martha Stewart stuff.
Yeah.
It was insane. I'm like, this woman will put her name on everything.
Yeah, she will. She will. But it's all, I mean, people will buy it because her name's on it. That's the thing.
That's
it's like
right.
Ray Dunn now. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I didn't want to waste that, right? Now, let's see. I have 2 jars of water here right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that stage, I'm going to put any of our little, so I'm going to use this kind of stuff. I'm going to use my glossy accents to secure these on here. And, usually if they're not too heavy, that you can still move it around. It's not going to fall off, but it depends on how heavy whatever you're using is. So the other thing you could use instead of any of this stuff, the pearls and the glue, would be, Julie, what's that stuff called that comes in a little bottle and squeeze? Oh, liquid pearls. It's literally called liquid pearls. That would work too.
Well, it's funny, Becky, because I dealt with some brides, but a lot of times people had already set up their registries online. So mostly we dealt with the guests purchasing, and they were worse than the couples get married.
I think these are too big,
because
and I need
the guests didn't understand how things worked. So like they'd come in and they would like, oh, I want to get this one piece of, the whatever, like a place setting for the table. And it's like, well, you have to purchase it as a set. That's how it's done and whatever. Oh my God. And like, they were the cheapest people. I'm like, you really gonna buy a $20 thing? Like, you can't even do that, but whatever. Yeah, it was.
So I had a moment where I just decided those flat back pearls are just too big, and I don't have any smaller ones. I know I want to do so this is going to be heavier than this, and it's going to fall off while I'm trying to put it on there. I can either go to the heavy glue. I think I could do that and then put the sand right on top. This is when I get very experimental, and I love it. So yeah, let's do a heavier glue and then just put the sand right on top. I can do that. And then I have to know that I'm kind of getting done with that, so I'm not messing with it a lot. We need to get onto the pirate bottle first anyway, or next anyway. And pronto, right? I can't find my, hold on. I put it over here. Where did it go? I'm going to use my golden soft gel medium. It's pretty heavy. It'll hold that in place, I think. I hope the little ends don't pop up. We'll see. And then we'll add the sand. And I'm going to use just a little palette knife, a little rusty palette knife. This is a really old one. because I want a glob on there, pretty much. Yeah, this is where it gets good, huh? On my hands. Oh, I'm going to start in the back. Should do it this way.
Oh, and the other thing about wedding registries is guests would come in and they would be looking at the registry. We'd print it out for them and they'd look through and they go, they really want that? Like, why would they want that? And I'm like, because that's what they asked for. Like,
wow.
And they want to buy something that wasn't on the registry. And I'm like, well, it's not going to count towards the registry. They don't get any bonus, whatever that we used to do. I'm like, that's because they chose it because that's what they want, because it's their
registry. It's their choices. I mean,
you know, if you want to go off registry, great. I don't have to help you with that, but it doesn't go on the registry. They won't get credit for it. Because of the whole registry program.
Credit? What do you mean? I
don't. It was like they get like bonus dollars for however much people purchase off their
I didn't know that.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't
know
if they
still do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
so
you people, it's not your house you're decorating.
Right? I think I could put a little piece of tape on here if it doesn't want to hold. It's going to be the ends, really, that I'll just glop it up on there real good. I could use the heavier one, but it's very rubbery. It's because it's old and
oh, your medium.
Yeah, my golden heavy gel medium is very old, and well, both of them are, but I mean they're big jars. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on top, and then what we'll do is set it aside. A good way to cover any of your extra glue that you can see is if you're going to put glitter on it, that's the time to do it. Embossing powder, you can even let it dry and then heat it up, or sand, or whatever however you want to. It depends on the project, what you're adding to it. Okay, now paper, please. Paper, please. All right. Eddie, where's our funny?
Oh, I don't know.
What happened to us? Are we broken? Are we broken?
No. We're just warming up. Julie says, we already had everything we needed because John was batching for many years and I'd lived away from my parents for a few years. Yeah, every couple's different,
Yeah,
and
Bill and I were.
These days, a lot of people already come with things and they probably just want like specific special things.
Yep. And then I need to add this in a couple other little spots. I'm going to do a little bit of expose some pearls here. Just expose a few. And I don't want it up here because I don't want the jar lid to compete with it. Or it to get, stuck. And then I will add a little bit here and there. And now for some magic. So I'm going to put some in here and some here. And maybe like some sand got settled into the bottoms of these.
Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to paint wishes on there first. I penciled it on. Could have probably used just paint markers to do it. Oh, and some down here because it's been sitting in the sand, and this is from the bottom of the ocean.
Did she have cake by the ocean?
Cake
by the ocean, cake by the. You don't know that song?
Is that a song?
Yes.
I don't know that song. Is it a new song? Is she wearing
a
long jacket or?
No, cake. That's the other cake. That's the cake, the band.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny is P over at PM Artists. She loves that band.
Does she?
Yes.
Well, they're very they're poetic. So
I'm like, wow, P, you're cool. Cake by the ocean. Yeah.
Well, you know, I introduced.
Fairy Time stamp collector. Welcome. How are you?
Hey, welcome.
They say love
welcome.
how it's turning out.
Oh, thank you so much. So I actually introduced Mariah and P to high lung and some throat music. And they were playing it in the house, and Izzy did not like it. They played it for a while, and they probably still do. I mean, but they were really into it for a minute. It was like, this is OG time, guys. This was the OG. We were the OG. I don't think you were around yet, were you, Eddie?
No.
Later.
That was pre me.
Yeah. Nothing like having sand everywhere. It's like glitter, though. I mean, this is better than glitter, though. It's, in my opinion. And it's always, it seems forever, but eventually it does vacuum up.
What does Kesha say? Kesha says, throw some glitter, make it rain.
And this is sand from Florida, from Tracy. It's almost transparent. It's very, 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 you know, like when it dries.
I do miss the beach terribly.
Yeah. I have 1 hour and I'm in a mountain, and another hour. I'm going to get something to wipe this off because you know, it's going to be everywhere. It's kind of like embossing powder too.
Yeah.
Where it's like everywhere and you can feel it. There's little bits of stick and stuff in there, so I'm not worried about, you know, some glass getting in there. I'm 1 hour to, well, it's an hour and a half to the mountains and an hour and a half to the beach. So I'm right in the middle, Eddie. Right in the middle. See,
that's
you just need to move to Washington. That's all there is to it.
Find me
yeah. We're gonna tap
off with a pot of gold.
Eddie needs a pot of gold. What do you think, guys? Do we do a GoFundMe and get Eddie here? Get Eddie into a safer space. Because it ain't so safe where he's at. You're too close to DC to stomach, honey.
Oh no, it's the state isn't the problem. I mean, it's just the space that I am in.
Yeah.
This is one of the best states that
is it
in the union right now, honestly. Yeah.
You're pretty close to DC. I don't think it's so best. I mean, if something should happen, that's what I worry about.
Not that close. A few hours, not that close.
Yeah.
But we are one of the best states for the LGBTQ plus community.
So are we.
We just had a super successful World Cup event here.
Yeah, that's true.
Where the Scots took over the city. They put yellow or orange street cones on all the statues. I've been seeing that. They walked around in their kilts, and it was fascinating because people kept asking them, "Are you, what are you wearing under your kilts?" And they're like, "Nothing." And they're like, "Nah, you're kidding." And they just lift up their kilts, and go, "Yeah, no, nothing."
I have friends that wear kilts from Yelm back when I was working at the casino or when I was bartending. Good friends, two of them that wore kilts. And when I went out with Paul, my bestie, he would be the only one allowed to like try to lift their kilt all night because they stuck up for him because we all knew each other from the casino. Yeah. So he'd get drunk and try to lift their kilts all night.
Oh my God.
It was terrible. There were times we had to carry Paul out while he's screaming the P word, not the girl one, but the boy one, because he was so drunk. And he's half he's always joking and he was half kidding, but he didn't even know what he was doing at that point, And that was Bill's first impression of him. I had Bill go out with us and we went down to Jake's in Olympia, which is the gay bar. I was basically testing Bill because we had just started dating. And that was his first impression of Paul, carrying him to the car while he's screaming penis. It was terrible. And it was a bunch of us co-workers, from the casino that went. So yeah, we did that.
And then the television host, Lorraine, she was in Boston for the event. And oh my gosh, she's adorable. And I was so mad that I wasn't living in proper Boston. I would have run down there and been like, total fangirl.
I don't know
She's
who she is.
adorable. Huh?
So I don't know who she is.
Oh, she's so cute. She's really adorable. Very funny. But Carla says, I'll tell you an Eddie funny. Propofol is the anesthesia I reacted to. I wondered if Michael Jackson sneezed a lot. Eddie asked, what did I think happened to his nose? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I penciled out wishes with some depth here on the jar, and what I'll do off camera is do this with paint markers. Just because we have them, why not use them? I don't have to use a paintbrush for everything. Yep. And they're acrylic paint markers. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but I've got like some depth, some curls. So that will happen. And of course, I didn't write the notes yet for these, but there'll be a private note for, like the Shipwreck bottle has to have a note tied with a red ribbon that only they get to see. And the wish jar is going to be a little bit different because I haven't done a wish jar yet. And I'm really loving the way it's coming out. Let's set it off to dry. I need to drink my coffee or else, man, or else. I'm going to put it right here. Move something so I can put this someplace,
Yes, that says wishes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a wish jar. And let's see. How's everybody doing in chat there?
Chat is going smoothly. Everybody is participating. Awesome.
Aha. Okay, so pirate jar. I am on the fence about a couple things here. I'm going to let you guys help me decide. I kind of want, and I've never done a combo like this. I don't want it to look like the other jar. It can either turn into tarnished brass or brass and copper, kind of those colors, or I can do a combination of rust and tarnished brass on a bottle, where I would choose items to rust and items to, tarnish on here. Because I only have the first two coats on here, and this comes off. I ended up putting this trim right here, so it was a stopper for the cork, so it didn't go in first. And then I, after that was dry, I went back in with some netting. I don't know if you guys noticed, I put netting over the other one too, but here I put these gauze.
You can really see it here. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's just been dry brushed and it just makes everything pop out. So, and then this one, definitely sand. And I'm thinking if I go with the combination of rust and other tarnish, patina, I will use the iron sand, or even I'll use the red sand on the rusty parts if I do that. What do you think about that, guys? Usually I pick, like one or the other for these.
So far, we've got 3 for rust.
So just rust all over?
Rust with a bit of copper or gold.
Okay.
Rusty brass.
Okay. So you guys think I should do that? Okay. Okay. So in my brain, I'm going to say, if we do that the entire bottle, the original bottle, is made of copper. And so it will have patina on it. And then I will just go about to the individual, let's make some rust paste, shall we? Mm-hmm. Oh, I got some new stuff. We went to the crystal shop yesterday and then went to a thrift store And I got, and that's
I'm glad you picked it up when you did, because just sitting there, they look like something different.
These are old too. I didn't realize they were old. These
And they're
are
not sagging. It's great.
Yeah, they're not. I don't even know what happened there. Little brass knobs. It's like brass, and yeah, they're cute. And then this little guy, they don't go together. I mean, these do, but you know.
Lucy, what do you know about brass knobs?
Brass knobs. Wait. All right. So that was me flashing you. I don't know if you caught that. Okay, so gonna use a couple different, let me grab it, it's behind me. I put my big tubes of paint behind me. So I've got that and that, maybe a bit of that, and a bit of that. And I've already got the tarnished colors over there. Let's see. And the yellow. So different things are going to, have different shades of, any of these. This is not the right color of yellow. When they rust, and there's a tiny bit of yellow on there too. Let me find the one I want. I'll do that one. And let's make some rust. Okay, now I have to decide. So I'm going to go ahead and rust this stuff out right here around, like, say the frame is rusty. I'm going to rust the frame. But not all the goodies on it. I'm going to rust this. Just deciding what's rusty here. That's going to be brass. The basic jar in the background will be brass, and anything that would be on a bottle, if I'm doing this accurately and it was encrusted at the bottom of the sea, all of the patina would, kind of become like egregore is not the right word here. Would kind of become encrusted and a conglomerate of things that were stuck together, and it would just grow. So, I'll treat it like that. This will obviously have a nice patina on it, and I'll do it different than the bottle so that those are like copper or, and then this was bronze. So I can go at it with some different colors that way. All right, let's go. So I'm going to use sand here and paint, as I always do. I haven't made this mix for a while. It's been a bit, with some finger painting rust.
I'm excited to watch and learn.
Haven't you done this with me before, Eddie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I felt like you had. This is really watery. I don't know.
Laura would want to make those. We are considering making.
It is so watery. Why is it so watery? I don't need as much.
Carla, what did you say earlier about what you and Laura want to make memory jars? That's what she said earlier. She says,
well,
we're considering making nudie branches. I don't know what a nudie branch is. I don't know if I want to.
Oh, it's like a sea slug. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. I
gotta Google.
They really are beautiful. Fairy timestamp collector. Hello.
Oh, it's one word. Nudie branch. It's one word. Okay.
Yes, we're going with the sand, and we're going to be doing the iron sand today. Which is black. And do you know the story about how I discovered that this was magnetic?
No.
We went to Cape Disappointment. There's, sand there.
You came to my house?
Cape Disappointment. Is that what you call your house now? So we went to Cape Disappointment, and it is close to the Oregon coast, close to the gorge. And we camped there. We don't usually go to campgrounds like that, but I mean, it was early on and we had a tent. We didn't have a camper. And Bill was flying his drone and there were these giant black patches on the beach. And he went down. He like crashed. It wasn't really a crash. He just kind of fell out of the air and he fell into one of these black patches. And there's magnets in the drone engine, in the motors. And it's stuck all over the magnets. That's how we discovered it was magnetic, which was terrible for him, but good for me. So I ran and got a jar.
Smart
and
lady.
I have made, when I was watching my friend Angelita's kids in my old town, I watched her kids every day for the summer while she worked. And we made an art project every single day we did together. And we made slime because the kids were really into slime. And we made some with this sand in it. And we could put a magnet next to it and it would reach out and swallow the magnet and engulf it into the slime. It was so fun. Oh my goodness, it was fun. Because, you know, a magnet just sticks to it. Let me grab a magnet.
Fascinating.
It is really fascinating. It's hard to get all the sand back off your magnet.
Oh yeah, but for you, you're like jackpot.
What's that?
You're like jackpot.
Yeah. Because you know I like weird stuff. I can't help myself.
Yes, truly. There are black sand beaches all over. There are famous ones in Iceland, Hawaii.
But that doesn't mean they're iron. I have a theory about this one. Okay, you guys, look.
That's fascinating. I love it.
Isn't it? It looks like
what's
the
that
hair
game
that
that we
sticks
used
out of
to
the
play
hat that you buy.
With the pencil, the magnetic pencil, and you would use the magnetic pencil to move the magnetic stuff to make the guy's beard and stuff.
Oh yeah, they still make those.
Yeah.
To make his beard and his hair. Yeah, it's really hard to get the sand off of it though, and it stands up. Isn't it cool?
God,
I do have a theory about why this is there. And it's in giant patches, right on the beach. Farther away from the shore, little, you know, I mean, it's still on the walkable beach and it's called Cape Disappointment because there's a lot of rocks there and there was a lot of shipwrecks there at some point before they put in the lighthouses. And it's a beautiful spot. It really is. But I believe that deep underground is something metal, something large and metal, and it's creating this black sand. That's what I believe. Because it's like, it's encrusted and it's coming away because sand is very, like the regular sand is very abrasive. So it would like take off a little bit. And over the years, I think that's what happened. That's my theory.
Are there volcanoes or that type of like where you live?
What's
Not
that?
Volcanoes, but like were there volcanoes where you live?
We have volcanoes nearby. We're right next to a volcanic
Because
range.
Kylie said in Scotland, it's volcanic material that's broken down. So maybe that's what it is.
That's what it would be, closer to the mountains, I'm sure. But this didn't get any volcanic activity. I mean, we could see the mountain probably from where we were because we can almost always see a mountain from where we are in Western Washington, one of the volcanoes. I'm looking for, there it is. Okay, let's get started. Let's get it started in here. Are you ready, Eddie? Are we partying now?
Let's do it.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do is add, first of all, to the brown, because that's going to be your base color. When rusts, the first color it turns, well, I'm not trying to get into that color right now, the yellow. When it rusts, the first thing it does is it turns brown. And you don't necessarily need to, put them together. I put them too close together. Might add some more brown in. There's little sticks and things in here from the beach. Organic
material.
Fine. It's fine. I'll pull them
It's
off of the
texture.
freezer. Yeah. I usually make a trio of the paint and then put the sand in the middle. I probably just put them too close together there because it's a little less irony than I want it to be. I do have a secret weapon with this too. So first of all, you're going to go in with, let's say there was something irony here and it leached off onto these shells and things. I'm going to pull a little bit of this here and just get some on there. And this is where your finger helps.
Kylie says, I've seen you do this with colors before, Sharon. It is like alchemy.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I've mixed sand in with any of them, have I? I don't usually mix sand with with anything but the rust look. So remember, I'm going to do the frame, but I'm just getting lots of it on here so that I can use my finger, basically. And to get into little spots. Don't worry, it's going to look like rust. Right now it looks like poop. I know, guys. I know. Anything that I want to stand out after, I can go over with wax or repaint also. So see, like I can't seem to get this in this area right here because of the texture. Can't get it with my finger.
Hi, Ann. Happy Friday.
Ann, hello. So I want to pull some of that back away so that I can keep some of the texture. We're going to let it kind of be corrosive out the sides here.
Lovely.
Not yet. It's not right now. It looks like chocolate or poo. It'll get better. As I go
Nutella on there.
What's that?
Are you spreading Nutella on there?
That's what it is. It's Nutella. Yep. And the reason I use my fingers, you'll see in a minute. For this, get it down in here. Just getting the first layer down. And I go back and forth with color. And I'll go back over these coins. So, and I'm like a little bit more red. Oh, needs a little bit more yellow. And I really do just go back and forth a lot.
Kind of do it by feel.
To get it right. Yeah. And because it's in layers and those layers are important to make it look real. I know you guys have seen my other rusty work. Something goes right there. And I think it's going to be a jewel at the end. Like, you see what I'm talking about? There's a little nest right there. I think that's going to be like a proper jewel or a skull. Not sure. All right. So I got to get it off of these. It looks like poop. A little bit more on the corner here. And then we're going to use our fingers. Okay. So I'm going to press that out. Let it be thick and corrosive in some areas, but mostly pressed out. Kind of doing one area at a time. This is the frame. Okay, and then I want to go, I don't need sand in it this time. I'm going to go with some red. And I'm going to go here, there, everywhere. This is really, this tactile part is very fun. Just deciding that you're going to go ahead and get messy and get your hands in it, also fun. If you're a person that doesn't like a mess on your hands, it's hard. But once you go, okay, I'm going to finger paint today, and you just make that decision, then it's a lot of fun. I need to get a dry brush so I can pull it away from places I don't want. Not really trying to mix the colors together. They need to feel separate. Because
Hi, Keeks.
Hey, Keeks. It turns different colors as it rusts over time. So, where it'll stay, it'll look mostly brown, but then I have a secret at the end where I add iron back in on some of the texture, and I have a wax for that. So just not really mixing it together like on the palette. It can mix, you know, here, but you kind of want it to look like different colors, and different things will rust at different rates too. Let's see. About to add some yellow in. And it could be that it's leaching up patina from the bottom and rusting from the top too. That's kind of cool if it's down in the edges, you know, and you can keep adjusting it until you get it the way you want it, you know. You guys have seen me make some truly rusty things over the years, like where the whole thing is rusted, but you can see like hints of different color, and see that looks like a lot of yellow, but that's why I do it in layers. I'm going to go back over it and dab on and touch in here and there, you know, so it's more random.
Make it more realistic.
Yeah, don't tap too much in one area while it's wet. You're going to end up making mud. Not that it doesn't look like mud already right now, but you know.
That's right, Becky. Tin roof. Rusted.
Love Shack.
Baby Love Shack. You know, those fools are still performing. I love them.
They are. Yeah, they are.
I freaking love them.
So really where it's the reddest is where, like, if you've got a concentration of red, dab it with a tiny bit of yellow over it, because that's where it's, you know, at its latest stage of rust. Which that's why there's not very much yellow in it usually. It's at its latest stage where you start to see like some yellow over the corrosive, you know, rust, where it's got a lot of texture.
I was watching a video the other day, someone creating rusty cans for, I forgot what the project was. It's fascinating to watch.
Do you remember the squish tan Valentine that I gave Bill? I know, Carla, it was one of your favorite things. Some other people said that too. Maybe we should do one of those. Yeah. Christy saw it, the gal that owns the Steampunk Emporium, and said that we need things like that down there. And I was like, really? Are you serious? Because it was like a Valentine I made for him. Remember, I cut the ends off of it and squished the cans so it was like a letter holder, and then rusted it.
I'm glad, you know, I can't believe I didn't tell you this before, but I came across it again today. But I have a bottle that was found when they were remodeling the house I was living in, and they found it in the basement in some dirt. It was an old bottle from 1800s.
Oh, that's cool.
Early 1900s, a glass, like kind of greenish.
Yeah.
Glass. Really pretty, has Boston on it and everything.
That's cool.
I gotta send that to you.
Well, why don't you decorate it, Eddie? I want to see. You're learning things here.
I know, but it's not my thing.
It could be your thing. You could really have fun with it.
I know. I'll have to send you a photo.
Yeah, you should do it Eddie style. I did get some bottles yesterday, by the way, and I was supposed to show them to you. I got this one. It's under my desk right here. Because I'm out of old bottles to do. I don't know what that decoration is on there, but I'm pretty sure this is old.
Yeah.
And I got 2 of these to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We can start a jug band. See?
Oh, Kylie, I did check the value. That's the first thing I did, and they're not worth that much. It was a pretty common bottle, but I think it's really cool. It just shows how old the house was, because the house was originally on a farm. Like the whole area was like farmland, and the house was part of a horse farm.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot
And
of
at some
history.
point during this, you're going to have to like work on a different area because it'll start, getting muddy because you've tapped at it so much. So you got to let it dry just a little bit before you move on. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I just, before I move on, I wanted to let you know that it's not finished. It's
Yeah.
just, it now needs a moment to catch up. So, Rust.
You looking really cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Like where the stage that it is now, it looks like the shell of a lobster
Does it? Oh, that's cool.
or a crab.
This one? Are you talking about the
Yeah.
actual shell? Oh,
Well,
that's
like
cool.
the coloring, of
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're putting down. Yeah.
So once again, the reason I use a palette knife at first is to get into and to make sure I've got some sand on there because that texture is really important. And that's why sand only really needs to go in the brown. But get some globs on there and I didn't mean to hit the red there. But you want it, I mean, it's going to have a certain texture to feel like, and if you don't have sand where you live, there are other alternatives. You could use salt, but you'd need to make sure it's pretty sealed so it doesn't just evaporate. Well, I guess if it evaporated, it would keep its shape if it's got enough paint on it. What else could we use, Eddie? Let's think.
Baking soda?
Baking soda's too fine.
Okay.
I mean, you could use baking soda, but it's not going to be as gritty as sand is. But I mean, there are alternatives. If you may use food or things from your kitchen as long as it's got enough paint surrounding each little kernel so that it doesn't attract rodents.
Yeah, you don't want
it
little
to
critters.
I mean, yeah, that's not, I want to think that this leached out just a little bit. I'm actually going to get a paintbrush at this stage. One that I don't care about, by the way. A stiff brush. I said brush, Eddie. Brush.
Brush. I heard
A
the
stiff brush. Let's see. Oh, that's a stencil brush. I can't use that. I need a stiff throwaway brush here. Or an old brush. I'm going to use this one. It's not very big, but it's one that I'm willing to sacrifice. What I'm trying to do is, let's say that the rust was very corrosive and kind of escaped its people, its host. I guess host would be the right word there, huh? Just let it escape a little bit onto the string. Maybe dab, maybe down a little bit, because those are going to make it look really realistic too. Like, see, that already did something right there. Just having it kind of escaping and under, and it may be in here, and then I can go back over it too with the other stuff. So I don't want any hard lines, but there.
Kylie says it reminds her, because of the shape in the top, of Byzantine architecture. Superb.
Ooh, old Byzantine paintings are my favorite to work with, I have discovered, because I love the very Gothic sort of nature of the old Byzantine like architecture and the portraits of Mary, and they feel very I know it's not from the Gothic era, but they feel that way to me, and plus they're very, very old. Yeah, I love that stuff. You guys have probably seen me use old Byzantine stuff because I'm naturally drawn to it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with too much red. With too much red, that's my plan. I meant to do that. There is no mistake here, though. You just keep dabbing on until you get it the way you want it. And sometimes it takes me a long time, a lot of dabbing to get there. It's not like sometimes it happens quick and I'm shocked by my briskness. And sometimes it takes forever until I feel like it's just right, like that's very red. Let's go in and do something about that. Don't want to make mud. I really only need the first coat of this area to the top layer to dry, so I can keep adding. And you're adding texture too as you go in, because you've got sand on your finger now. It's on your palette. Leave a little in the center so you can pick it up if you need to. And add in that sandy texture. I'm not worried about this because I'll go back over it.
Hello, Carol. Welcome.
Hello, Carol, in your quiet corner over there.
Carla says early Gothic. She tends to decorate an early bordello.
I love early bordello. Definitely.
Very rich, velvety. I like
damask that. Velvet wallpaper,
It's
that's kind of my style too.
Layers.
We know that about each other.
I like the look of also like layered what are the Persian rugs, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Where it's a very like curtains and fringe hanging in doorways.
Very drapey.
Heavy fabrics layered in, so it feels so cozy.
Reds and golds and
Yep. All those jewel tones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that tends to be my style too, Carla. I've thought about adding those kind of curtains into, because we've got archways in the living room, and there's the one that, we use the large one. That's how we get from anywhere in the house. We have to go through there. And I thought about adding curtains with tiebacks there because it's just begging for it.
Do it.
I'm just not sure if I want to cut off. Okay, I'm going to hold this up and let you guys see the texture happening here. It's not perfect yet, but look at the texture. Can you see it? Is it blurry?
Very cool.
And then the texture here is great. If there's any place that you see, like, I don't like all that red there, I might want to break it up with a little bit of yellow on my finger. This is why we use our fingers too. You can like do a little mix of this and that. Get a little yellow in one section and a little red in another. Just touch it.
Yeah.
Just touch it. This needs a little yellow, and just barely touch it to get, oh, that was too much. To pick up the texture, just like dry brushing with your finger in a tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. This is too like purposeful on that shell. It is too perfectly, it looks like a sponge painted bathroom. I need to make it more random. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It needs to be a bit more random. I think what I need, more sand. Ooh, making it heavy with that heavy iron sand. More sand. I think I need to put some in some of the crease here, like it's corroded. Another thing you can do is pay attention to when you see rust or have something rusty on your desk to look at. And, at different stages of rust, like something that's really corroded and something that's just starting to rust. So you can see how it acts, I need to use the palette knife for this because I can't get my finger down in that hole.
I ain't touching that one, girl.
Stop it, Eddie.
That's too easy.
I heard that.
Too easy.
It's too easy.
Low fruit, baby. Low fruit.
Okay. So I'm going to take the end. I want a little section of this to be dry so I can show you an example of what happens when I hit it with the graphite sort of paste. It's Nuvo mousse, but it acts like the graphite paint. You could actually use a dry brush with graphite paint. You'd have to be real careful to just get it on the highest points to let the iron come back through, because it gets that sort of graphite-y look. And it just brings it back to life and makes it look so real, I think. I mean, you can make it look real with just these three things, or 4 things, I guess. The sand is a thing, but the graphite is seriously so helpful. Okay, so I've got good bits of corrosion there, some more of it. Is this boring, Eddie?
No, not at all.
Okay.
People are really enjoying what you're doing.
I mean, watching me like dab, watching me finger paint in slow motion. I just don't know. I'm glad you're.
Julie says she could live with rustic country decorated house, but not too much bare exposed wood.
The house that we live in, old farmhouse, at one point he put wood paneling in the dining room. And when I say wood paneling, I mean real wood. Like he did it, and he did a bad job. He tried to stain it, and in some spots the stain is just visible or kind of spotty. But it's a big room, and the whole room is real wood paneling. But it's only on one wall where I don't know what he did with the stain. I don't know what he was doing. I'm not really sure what he was thinking.
There was paneling in my old house.
This isn't like trailer park paneling.
It was like the thin stuff.
I mean, I've had some trailer paneling in my life because I was in a trailer. Because all of them came with a lot of that in that time frame. That's how they built them. But this is a little lighter, and it's thick wood. It's like 2x4s. It's thick wood with deep
grooves.
Thank you. In between each piece, it's deep. So, let me see.
I had a very because they're talking about like decorating in rooms. I have a dark green velvet couch, very bordello.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I have a
pink velvet side chairs that have like scallop backs.
Yes. That's definitely my style too. But also with a steampunk twist. Okay, so I'm gonna let that get like the outer area kind of get some form of crust on it dried. And I will go back in and do some more work on it, but I want that to happen so I can show you guys the Nuvo mousse thing that I do.
Cool.
And you don't have to have the Nuvo mousse. There are other options. But while that's doing it, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of work on these coins so that you guys can see the difference. Okay? And that means I'm going to grab a different palette or like a lid or something here. A little one. I don't want a big one. I want a little one. That'll work. Got a tin lid here.
I actually have 2 of those green couches, Fairy Town Stamp Collector. I have 2 of those green couches because the first one I bought, one of the legs broke, And so the
Oh
company
gosh.
gave me a new couch. They're just like, just do whatever you want with the old one, and we're just going to send you a new couch.
Oh, so it's not a vintage piece?
No, no, no.
Oh, interesting.
And
Interesting.
so, yeah, I have one without legs and then one with legs.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
you know, it's in storage, so, you know, it's safe. But I love it. I think it's super cute.
So I have a couch that's damask with the curled, the rolled arms and the wood feet, but it's not vintage. It looks vintage. It looks bordello. But I do appreciate a 1970s gold sofa. I do appreciate that a lot. Yeah.
You know what? I'll have to agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just putting out a little palette here of different colors of, this is a metallic turquoise. And if you see like the Statue of Liberty, it's a dusty color, but it is a darker color than you realize, than you think about when you think about a patina. And I don't know why I know I'm not alone in this. I think, oh, patina, it's a lighter color, but really it's a green. It's a very dark color, but it's dusty looking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick a matte or a very matte white paint, so make sure it doesn't have any shine to it at all, for the last, you know, coat on it, and it doesn't have to cover because it's just gonna be like a dusting over the top. But you could use baby powder at this, or cornstarch for that.
Oh.
I haven't done it, but I know you can do it. You know, when it's barely dry, and dust over it, to make it look dusty green. But I'm gonna put some white here on here too, like maybe not too close, so I can tap into that if I need to. So remembering that I have copper here and I have bronze, let's say. And let's do a coin, shall we? First thing, if you look at them, you're probably going to have more of the crusty bits in a really heavily something patinaed. It's going to be down in the edges. So if you want it to have some of the bronze on it too, it's better to start with the patina green and get it down in the grooves. I mean, this, I don't know. This is my way of doing it. This is how I do it. And these colors, I feel like, and as it gets more and more aged, it will have more of a white sort of film over it. So
I just dropped a link in the chat to a short that I did when I was still at my old house, of my old living room, and how it was decorated, and kind of like it shows a gallery of the wall of my artwork.
Oh, that's cool, Eddie.
So you get to see how I lived it.
I at some point, well, I think they're only on TikTok actually. Like my around my fireplace where my gallery wall is, and then next to that I have the grandfather clock with my sort of steampunk artwork hanging next to that. And so I'm going to take a finger and pull some of that texture back out, because I don't necessarily need to cover all the texture. I mean, it needs to read like a coin still.
Don't do it. Don't do a Sharon now.
I'll try not to, Eddie. Thanks.
Don't do a Sharon.
Don't be spilling stuff. And I only put the different colors out here so I could, you know, kind of play with the color and see what I feel like it looks right today. You know, it depends on how I'm feeling, I guess. I never reach for the same color. I always end up with a little palette, because different things will turn kind of different colors too. Let's say my little starfish.
Oh, the stars look so cute.
They're beads. They're just beads.
But you're right. They look like just like starfish.
Yeah, and they look like starfish caught in a net. That's what I was liking about it. Take my finger and take.
Carla's mama had a soft yellow velvet couch. Those are the best to take a nap on.
They are, and they were durable too. That's why they're still around.
Yeah.
They're not like the fabrics they use today that have the thin, what's it called? Microfiber. The thin microfibers, like it'll be velvety, but it'll be super thin, and they're made to be, washable, but they, you can wash them with a steam cleaner, and that's a nice thing, but they're also very thin fabrics. And if you got a dog that likes to do that dig thing that's so cute, it's not cute when they tear a hole in your stuff.
Exactly.
Right. Some things are going to be kind of a combo, like the things were merging. And so I'm putting this color on here, and then I'll be going back over it with a couple colors, touching it with some bronze again, so like the whole thing doesn't have to be corroded. And then touching it with the dusty sort of white, like very, very matte white color.
As your rusty stuff is drying, it's looking more and more like rust.
Yeah, and as I get the final layers on, it will too. And I need to do some on the back still, but
and that's what I love. Like it's layers,
Yeah, it is about the layers.
Adding layers.
And while you're sitting in your space, in your piece, in your zone, and you're just adding layers and taking away and adding and taking away, and it's so relaxing. There's just, watching it come to life is also rewarding, and you really get in that zone, which is so close to meditation, or just opening up that and activating the dopamine in your pineal gland and all those things that are important, like for your mental well-being and the rebalancing of your nervous system, which we talk about a lot. Having those moments where you're giggling at your desk, whatever you're doing, and experimenting. We all love to experiment, and that's why we do mixed media. I mean, do you think that's a true statement? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And I love an experiment. I do. If you've got a, nice dusty turquoise, which I do have a good dusty turquoise, I will bring back in and add over the top too, but it's on the shelf behind me. Just here and there, adding. Say that like it's a name. Adding. I want to use this color here. Here, like it grew together. Bring it out. Some of this. This.
That's a good idea, Julie. She says turquoise chalk paint would work.
Yeah. Chalk paint's really good for that. Just adding some of the white in where
Just craft
because
paint in general, because it tends to be chalkier anyway.
Yeah. And then back to, I don't know why I always end up with using my fingers, but that's what I do. It's what I live for.
But that's what makes your piece unique too.
Oh yeah, they're not like anything
and worth more because of,
now see, I want to show you guys something. See this gap right in here where the trim is on the bottle. I mean, it's on there good, but there's still a little gap. These are the places that I'm going to go in. I mean, I haven't done it yet, and I probably would have done it before this stage, but we wanted to do this stage for the camera today. I would go in and do sand or embossing powder. I think embossing powder is going to be the best bet for this because that also secures things. It glues things down. Believe it or not, adding that, you know, like filling something in with molten plastic is going to hold it in place, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's molten plastic. You're filling it. You could also use resin. A UV resin would be a great thing. I do have some of that in here now, and I have a little light for it. Okay, I want to show you something too. I don't know if you guys are going to see this. I hope so. I just touched my brush onto the spot that I had put some rust with my finger, and it picked up the texture. Hey, Paul. It picked up the texture on the rust.
Nice.
And it looks really cool. So, you know, a copper thing or a bronze thing will get some texture. I have a thing in here somewhere. I have a thing that I usually keep right above my desk, and I don't know where it's at right now.
Kylie would like to know if you're going to varnish it when you're done.
I will. If you do, it can't be something shiny. So you have to make sure it's a super matte spray, or I will be doing this to this one before I get too far, because I want to age it also, and because for some reason this gives it a richness. So maybe I should show you before we get too far here. Maybe I want to do the back of this. I'll show you where the lace is. And I love experimenting with my Old English too. I think it's another one of those things that you can play with and decide where you like it. I mean, I may or may not like it on one project on the certain color of paint that I would have on the last project. I mean, you don't know until you try, right?
Exactly.
So I want to use an old baby wipe here. Just use a Q-tip or whatever. Get a nice bit on there. Now, some of this paint is wet. I want to dab it on here.
Carla's funny. She goes, Paul, are you the kilt grabbing guy, or is that a different Paul?
Oh, that is Paul. Yes. Paul, we were talking about you earlier. Paul is proud of those moments. I was telling them about Bill's first impressions of you, and we were talking about kilts because, you know, Eddie lives where all of the Scottish people are there for the World Cup, and he was talking about the kilts. Yeah. So I may or may not decide that I like the way this looks. I'll do like a sample patch and see how it looks, and see, it may look great on the rusty bits and not on the green bits. I don't know. So we'll see. This isn't dry enough for me to put it on that. It might not show up on that, but what it would do is go down in all the little cracks and give them a tinge of color too, which is cool. You know, I definitely wouldn't use this on my mermaid though, just because of her coloring. Paul, look, Paul, you want to see? Look. Mermaid wishes. It's a wish jar. I think she's just turned out so good.
Yeah, she really did.
And I don't want to waste this. What can I put this on? Quick. What do I have at my desk that's altered? I know it's silly. I hate waste.
I hear you.
You know what I do have? I have the little jar that my little wax seals are in. And I think I've done this. I never did finish this tin, and I just keep adding to it. So
Is that your Spam tin?
it's a Spam tin. It's got lace glued on it. It holds my little wax seal stuff.
Yeah.
Look how it makes everything look so
Yummy.
old and rich. And this is already brown, but it brings out textures so well. Yep. It's yummy. Yeah, that's cool. Just lay it on its side there. All right. All right. So I want to get the old also before I don't get to show you the new Vomos. Okay. Now there's other alternatives to this would be a graphite paint, which comes in a tube just like paint. You just look up graphite. There's only a couple companies that sell it though, so it's not necessarily cheap. Is this the blue? Oh, this is the blue one. Hold on. Not blue. We don't want blue. Not that one. Where is it? I don't know where it went. It should be right here. Did I move it? I didn't have it out. Okay, well, I have one that's like black. I'll do this instead. That's fine. It's got to be here somewhere. I mean, there it is. I keep them together. So they are in a drawer that I have pulled out behind me, and I have a few of them on my desk here, but here I found it. So, and this is a wax, it's a paste. This is barely dry, but what I'm going to do is touch it and get some of it up on the sand there where it's picking up and it shows off the texture of the sand, and it makes it look like extra corroded, rusty bits that are unidentifiable even. What? So that part was dry. This is dry. You're just barely touching it, just the texture. If I get enough of an area done, you'll be able to see. No, not that much. You just want the tiniest bit on your finger too, because you don't want to add it into any grooves or, Okay. Can you see it right there? Can you see I can see it on the camera. Can you see the difference and that bit of shine? That's the iron that would leach back. It almost goes in a loop. Can you see it, Eddie? I think Eddie's on silent for us for a minute. Probably got a call.
I see it. Sorry, Addis. I'm feeding the kids.
Oh, I knew that. I had a feeling. Yep. So just touch it enough to get onto your texture. I really need to add more right here. I feel like it's going to want something right here that it didn't previously have, like that I hadn't thought of. I don't really want to put a word on it because it's a shipwreck bottle, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know. So this one is a little more dry because it's not as many layers. There's a lot of layers on here. Just touching it. They do make a rub and buff in this color also. but I'm sure you could come up with other alternatives. You guys know about my graphite secret. You do, don't you, Eddie? Kylie does. The graphite secret. You know how you can spend $3 and have endless graphite for the rest of your life?
No.
Do you remember? Now I have the trifecta.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, it's right here. It's right here above my desk. This is.
Yes. Now I do.
This is exactly the look you're trying to get on here. This is for a locksmith. You get it at the hardware store. It was $3. Any hardware store will carry this for locksmiths. They use it to lubricate locks because they can't put liquid down in there. What they do is they put this in there, and any kind of oils or anything that would be on your key, it would, make dry so that, I don't know why they need to lubricate a lock other than that. What's that?
Probably to catch better when you insert the key.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, and it is just the finest powder. It is so fine. It's finer than sand. Whew. You can actually see that. You can actually mix that with a little bit of glue, and you have exactly what I was just using. It wouldn't, it's not going to be a paste. You could mix it with a pasty glue and do it probably. But it's graphite, like a pencil. And that's the look you're going for to touch. Can you guys see that? That looks like corroded rust right there. It's good right there. Like it's starting to come to life right there. Oh, it's so good. Like once you rub that sort of sheen on there for iron or graphite, it looks like iron. It looks like good rust.
Can you hold the graphite bottle into the camera? Because this
is just one I ordered online. It's just one I ordered online. It doesn't have it's Korean. I didn't order this from Temu. It's just something I ordered off of.
Well, we can't read that, guys.
Yeah, you can't read it.
Powder.
You just locksmith graphite look up, or graphite powder, and it should come up for like hardware. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon and whatever else. It is the trick to all of my rusty things, making them look more authentic. Not necessarily this, more like this, but this same thing.
If you're in the States, Wally World or Walmart.
Yep. I think I got it on Walmart.
On sale for $2.24. The exact bottle that you're holding right now.
That's where it's at. That's where I got it. $2.24 for a lifetime's worth that you can turn into paint. You could turn it into a paste.
Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry. Yeah. So it really does make a difference. So can you see that right there? Let me see the sheen on that. It makes a difference. It makes it look like it's been corroded for a very long time.
Very cool.
That right there. I touched it with the graphite that was on my finger. It's very good.
Ian asks, would drawing graphite do the same thing?
It would. Does it come in a powder form though? Okay. You could probably take a pencil if you have no supplies. You could probably take a pencil to a very dry, after your paint is dry, and do a bit of this. Yeah, you could do that. It's doing it. You have to have such a light touch though. And then you would need to seal it.
Yeah, because that'll rub off.
With a matte glue. Yeah, that will rub off. You're better off to mix it with a tiny bit of matte glue and then paint it or dab it on with your finger, or with I wouldn't say a sponge, because if you press too hard, then you're going to get down inside the ridges, or, inside. something like the pencil eraser might work because it's flat and it's not going to, be squishy and get down in there.
Hi, Rhonda.
Rhonda, hello. We're talking about the joy of rusting. The joy of rusting. And these aren't done yet. I want to see what happens though. And this is where the experimenting comes in. That's why I put this paint out. Let's see what happens if I dab more of this back into place. Maybe around one edge. Nope, I don't like it. It's going to be completely patinaed, but not solid like that. It needs more of a light color moved in. I'm going to go back and work on this one. So I'm getting called into work tomorrow, and I need to... we're going to go get our glasses tomorrow. We have new glasses that have been waiting for us for a while. So, but I'm only working till 3 tomorrow, which is nice. Because then I'm going to have to go to Lacey and get my glasses. I'm having a hard time seeing, so I'm really ready for those,
Yeah, it's important.
It is kind of important, but Bill's working on the car in the morning, so it's okay if I go work. And then the rest of today, I have such a mess downstairs that I need to work on. I have housework to do to catch up before the weekend hits and I don't do a darn thing. I'm the dishwasher. We don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. And the dishes will pile up all weekend because we're running in and out of the house. And I don't do them, until Monday, which is never good. And then I have less time on Monday to do anything else, which Mondays are dedicated to chores because of our, running in and out on the weekends. Still haven't decided how I feel about this. It's going to need a lot of love. I need more white, crusty sort of, which I might go at it with a bit of white and then go back in with the patina color. So it's white inside, dusty white, and corroded. I don't know. I'm going to play with it a bunch.
Oh, Rhonda had her eye appointment this morning.
Did ya?
Good. Keep the peepers in check.
Well, my eyes have changed a lot. It's been like 2.5 years, and I was surprised how much my eyes have changed. There's another thing you can do right there. Go back in with your yellow, too, and start picking up some of that texture, because that's where your yellow is going to be. At the most extreme point, it's going to have little bits of yellow here and there. I'm going to have to rust something else. I got so much paint out here. I'm going to be like, what else can I rust? I usually manage to stay up here until 3, whether I like it or not. And I don't mean to on Fridays when I'm live, because I just end up sitting here playing with whatever we were doing, unless I have to pee. I'm not as giggly today. I'm very focused on this.
You are, but
I'm
doing
focusing heavily. I'm focusing heavily. I don't know how I like it. I might end up rusting the whole darn thing because I like that. I like that more. Or adding some barnacles, some clay barnacles. Like maybe a bunch. It's kind of looking like a dog paw to me, and I feel like I want to put something right there. I'm not sure. And that's the thing. I'll fiddle with it until I feel like it's done, and it ends up with like 19 layers on it. That's how the mermaid bottle has so many layers. It's just how it's just how I work. I don't have any sand on this yet. And I think it's the iron sand it's going to get, but it's still up in the air. I don't I don't know why I'm feeling the iron sand, because technically this, if it was in the ocean, it would have white sand from coral. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's go back to this. Let's see.
I will be 52, Carla, and I've actually been wearing glasses since I was 11. And I started wearing reading glasses about 4 years ago. So, the eyes in my family are not great, that's for sure.
Yeah, Eddie has a birthday next week, you guys. Hey, and if you all are thinking about it, would you mind leaving a thumbs up while I'm reminding you? I get views, but I don't get thumbs ups. Just because I know we're all enthralled.
We're caught up with the thumbs up.
Are we? That is so cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I might decide on adding a little bit of green to this, because I'm just feeling like it's not looking like I want it to look until I, and that's where I fuss with things. That's a star right there. It's a star. And not everything is, it's in an ugly phase right now, I feel like. Everything has to go through an ugly phase until you feel like it's right.
Even humans.
Yeah. Trying this lighter, weirder shade over here. I do have the perfect bottle behind me that's the right color and always seems to end up being the right shade, but it's not even all over patina, unless it's been patinaed for so long, like the Statue of Liberty or some of the caps to the buildings in DC. It's just because they've been like that for so long. I'm glad they don't go in and polish them, by the way. Like, remove the patina. It would be so sad if they did that. Like in DC. Like, wouldn't it be awful if Trump decided he needed to clean the Statue of Liberty? That would piss me off. I don't know about you guys, but I'd be pretty mad. He's doing a lot of things right now that piss me off, but that would really, really upset me, because it takes a long time. It's like when you go to, when you try to get something valued, or somebody you're watching on TV, Antiques Roadshow, then they say, "Oh, did you polish this?" Because it's worth less without the patina on it. Yeah, it's worth less. Yeah. And it's not that I want her to be worth something. It's just, it's so beautiful and you ruined it. Like, I don't want him to ruin it. Like, he's breaking everything else. It already looks like they need to plant dandelions in toilets on the front lawn there and at the White House. So,
So Anne's funny. She says, the year I turned 50, my cat had vet appointment, and I was told that my cat was now an adult, and that meant big changes. Then I go to see my doctor, and I got the same speech.
Oh, no. Did you tell your doctor that you had the same speech? Because that's funny. I am going to get a nice dry brush. I've got a stencil brush for this. Fine. Just get some on there. Get it back off. Get some on there. Get it back off. Wax on. Wax off, wax on, wax off. It's still not enough.
Kylie, that's how I feel about yards. Like, they shouldn't be overly manicured. Yards should, or open, like your outdoor spaces should be growing stuff. It's just better.
There are people that go to the golf course and feel like their yard needs to look like a golf course.
No, it's just
unfortunately.
No. Same here, Ian. Yep. I mean, you could buy healthcare for your pets here, but still, it's just expensive.
Boy, mayhem has cost us a lot of money in the last 6 months. I mean, like the house savings,
Yeah.
But we love him and he is our son. So it's hard not to, I don't like it. I want more here. Of course, I could also use alcohol ink on these, and that's what I did on the last ones. I just, sometimes I reach for one and sometimes the other. It just depends on my mood, I guess, or what I'm doing. I still then sometimes will take a dark alcohol ink and kind of drip it down so it gets inside of things.
Yeah, a lot of the green spaces, Rhonda, in Boston are being
rewilded.
Kind of, yeah. More native stuff and.
Oh yeah.
We have this.
Bring it back in.
We have what we call the Emerald Necklace, and it's a chain of parks that have waterways and other stuff, and they're all connected. That run through the city. It's awesome.
I'm just doing a little experiment in this area right here. There's no lace here. There's no net. There's nothing here. It's just the paper, the wrinkly paper. I mean, I can redo it over and over. You can have as many layers of paint on it as you want, as long as you dry them. Mm. But I just want to see. I may make the whole thing rusty. I may decide.
Yeah, there's actually a program in Boston. You can call the city and request a tree be planted on your street in front of your house. And
oh, that's cool.
Someone tested it, and 3 days later, they were out there and they planted a tree in front of them.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Mm. That is really cool. So I have this spray. It's a 2-part spray by Minwax, or by one of the spray paint companies that does like a gloss. And they actually, it is called Never Wet. And the two parts, the first one makes it frosty. And then the next one, seals it forever. And you have to use both of them to get it to work, but I haven't played with that enough yet. I have 3 boxes of it, of the sets, so 6 cans total, because I got it on sale a long time ago. I got them for like $1 each. Wow. So I bought 3, like they were new, that was at the store. And I keep thinking I'm going to use them on an assemblage, like one of the bottles, or, like do kind of frosted glassy kind of thing. Obviously it would need to be a clear glass, but I don't like that. Okay. It's okay not to like it and to have to add more, Do I want to add some gold coins to it? I have some stuff here. It could just need more. I mean, I don't know. I don't have to like it at first. I mean, I like my rusty areas. That's why I'm thinking maybe I'll just rust the whole thing. I do have these pirate coins that just have their base paint layer on them so they can take paint. And I could, it's got an anchor on it. I could decide to add these and maybe keep them in gold. And then I'll decide that I can add a little bit of gold in. I don't know. I actually think that looks pretty good right there. It fits too. It fits right there, like in the spot. Or I have jewels. I also have small jewels and that I use the wax crayon with. I have these, and I feel like these are appropriate, but they wouldn't just be, and they're embedded in leather. They wouldn't just be like that. It just doesn't seem right. Let's see. I have other little jewels. That I really can't do the jewels until I'm done painting though. So, I mean, if I'm going to do that. And pearls, obviously, that I could add here and there. Or maybe a brown one right there. Like a chocolate pearl. I mean, obviously these are not real, but I like to, have them have some realistic feelings. At least. I could add some shells back in. That is a bead. Once again, I just don't like the, I want it to be kind of an all over color,
Right.
And it can be two is fine, but I always think, oh, I'm going to add, all these rhinestones on it. And then I don't like them because I don't like that they're all different colors, So I'm going to put this over here and we're going to look at this one because it's almost time to quit. It is 2 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, disappointed as I might be, I need to work on the pirate bottle a whole lot more than I thought. And I'm just disappointed. And I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or because it's time for a break or
probably just time for a break. Have a little snack.
Yeah. Could be, it could be a variety of things. So, and that's when we slip out of our creative zone, we know. And when we're in it and we need to stay up longer, we know too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But the one that I am proud of right now, that is this one. And the only thing I have left here to do is to use my paint markers and get the word wishes on the back. Hopefully I don't mess the whole thing up, but we'll see.
It'll turn out great.
I think so. I think it's beautiful. And I didn't do the bottom. I'll take some rubbing alcohol to that and get it cleaned up. So that, yeah. It's an antique jar. I guess if they wanted to strip it, they could.
Beautiful.
Or something they're going to have to, so. Right?
Right, exactly.
But thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you, all of you. And I hope that you go out and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We're having some rain here, so I know that I will. And I am going to be busy. So that's going to be fun. Thank you all. Thank you, Eddie. What do you have to say for yourself, Eddie?
I ain't got nothing to say.
You ain't got nothing to say?
No. You said it all.
I said enough. I usually
You said it all.
How it goes. That is.
This was fun today.
All the words. It was a lot of fun. We didn't laugh as much, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, you know what? You did a lot. You learned us a lot of good stuff today.
Did I? I was hyper focused too.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I still have a few things left to teach. So. All right. Well, you guys all have a great weekend. Thank you so much.